Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. Will the real Barack Obama please stand up? That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. Remember the old TV reality show called What's My Line? The big line was, will the real so-and-so please stand up? And after watching President Obama on 60 Minutes last night, that line is very appropriate today. It is becoming increasingly apparent that the president is not going to reveal himself to the American people. That interview last night could have been a tape recording. Mr. Obama was his usual calm, detached self. Because I report to you daily on The Factor, and because I heavily researched my new book, Pinheads and Patriots, Where You Stand in the Age of Obama, I've studied the president very closely, and I have no idea at all who he really is. It's impossible to get through the shield. By contrast, everybody knows who President Bush is, a casual guy who sees life as black and white, good and evil, right and wrong. President Clinton was also fairly easy to read. Good old boy who adapted to his circumstances and often showed genuine emotion in public. Talking Points believes the American people sense Barack Obama is distant from them, and that is a major problem for the president. Let me give you one very vivid example, and this goes back to the Muslim controversy a couple of weeks ago. In India, the president held a big town hall type meeting, and the first question was about the worldwide Muslim problem, which deeply affects India.
What is your take or opinion about jihad?
The phrase jihad has a lot of meanings within Islam, and is subject to a lot of different interpretations. I think all of us recognize that this great religion, in the hands of a few extremists, has been distorted to justify violence towards innocent people that is never justified.
All right, stating the obvious. So once again, Mr. Obama dodged the girl's question and failed to answer about the jihad. Whenever the president is faced with the worldwide problem of jihad, Mr. Obama delivers platitudes.
The American Muslim community is one of extraordinary dynamism and diversity. Tonight, we celebrate a great religion and its commitment to justice and progress.
I've come here to Cairo to seek a new beginning between the United States and Muslims around the world, one based on mutual interest and mutual respect. America and Islam are not exclusive and need not be in competition.
While soothing words can help persuade peace-loving Muslims that we are not the enemy, I'll submit to you that most Americans don't want that kind of presentation exclusively. We need to combine the platitudes with straight talk about the danger in the Muslim world. The USA avoided the jihad issue for decades, and finally 3,000 people wound up dead on 9/11. Americans will never forget that. To be fair, Mr. Obama has attacked al-Qaeda ferociously and is not backing down from the Taliban in Afghanistan, but he simply will not define the overall jihad problem in any meaningful way at all. Now, you'll remember on The View, I told you and the ladies exactly why 70% of Americans oppose the Ground Zero Mosque, and that led to a national discourse on the subject, a good thing. But you will never get that kind of straight talk from Mr. Obama. The problem with the curtain the president uses is that he has a tremendous amount of power over our lives. That's what I write about in Pinheads and Patriots. This isn't theoretical, this is real. In the past 3 years, the Democrats and Mr. Obama have added nearly $5 trillion to the national debt. That kind of spending has never happened before. And if it continues, all of us are going to be in danger. But the president doesn't react to the spending deal with any sense of urgency. When asked by Steve Croft about the shaky economy, Mr. Obama once again fell back on rhetoric.
I have fundamental confidence in this country. I am constantly reminded that we have been through worse times than these, and we've always come out on top. And I'm positive that the same thing is going to happen this time.
And the president believes that his policies of massive government spending will lead us out of the terrible economic situation. But what if he's wrong? I don't even want to think about what will happen if massive debt collapses the U.S. economy. The Republican Party well understands that the spending issue, along with taxes, is their most powerful defense against the president's big government vision. So while there may be some small compromises coming up, probably an elimination of earmarks and some kind of delay in the tax code, the new tax code, fundamentally, the GOP's never going to accommodate Barack Obama. They want him out of there. For those of us trying to figure out the big picture, the key question remains, why does President Obama believe American society has to be changed so drastically? Why does he want to do that? As Talking Points has reported, the healthcare system in this country is unfair. It is. but it could have been overhauled with oversight, not a massive government intrusion that will add trillions to the debt down the road. Now, I could be wrong, but I suspect President Obama believes that capitalism and the free marketplace is fundamentally stacked against most Americans. He doesn't believe in our economic system the way it has evolved. Again, he'll never say that, and the right is demonizing him as a socialist, which of course he denies. But stripping away the fog, I see the man, the president, as a man who does want to redistribute income and who wants to impose his vision of social justice on the nation by increasing the power of the federal government. If I'm correct about that, the president will fail in his attempt. Most Americans don't want an authoritative system, even if it is imposed in the name of fairness. We saw that in the vote last week. Finally, I do encourage President Obama to stand up and tell us who he really is and what he really wants, so we can ditch the speculation and name-calling. We Americans need to have everything on the table. We need to know who our leader really is. Or am I wrong? And that's the memo. In a moment, Britt Hume.